Hey guys, welcome to another brand new video. This is Ali Raptor, your guide and mentor, and today we're continuing the Capital Matchmaking Series episode number 6. So today we're going to discuss the concept of exit strategy. Now, this is a very important topic. When you go and fetch investors, when you're starting a business and you're trying to raise capital for your business, one of the more key protocols and important metrics is to know your exit strategy. It's to really have a defined and clear exit strategy so that your investors feel confident when they're dealing with you, so that your investors feel confident when they approach you, and then they see that you're set up the proper way, and they know that you have some way that you can protect their money through a proper financial exit strategy, right? So there are multiple forms of exit strategies that we're going to be discussing today, and I want to go through them in as detailed as possible, hopefully to keep it short and concise, still to the point, so that you can have that information at hand. Okay, so let's begin. So the first thing you want to do is you want to realize, there's a book called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. He's a war general, and he says something very important. And he quotes, a battle is won even before it's fought. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind for a second, right? A battle is won even before it's fought. And what does that mean? It simply means that you have to plan an exit before you even enter a transaction, right? So let's say you're entering a market, right? You're entering, let's say, a business, and then you know for a fact that there's a way that you can actually exit that business if it's successful and still win a very big sum of money or a very big sum of financial wealth, while still maintaining the integrity of that business and while you still gracefully exit that business. So that's how you win a battle before you even enter the battle. Okay, so this is the concept of financial exit strategies. Now, there's a lot of different ways in which you can exercise those exit strategies. A lot of businesses who are in middle market companies, and what I mean by that is, they're growing their businesses to revenues exceeding, let's say, $5 million, or even when they're considering starting up and then they're growing, they add so much value that, a competitor, for example, or even a private equity company looks at that and says, well, this is a potential business that we kept on our radar for a while now. They met certain checks and balances for us in terms of our acquisition list, and we're going to make them an offer. And sometimes what happens is that offer is so irresistible, right? The business owners that they can't kind of like back down from a sell. They just say, okay, probably this is the best. It's overworked. I don't want to put myself in more years than this. I think I've done a good job, and I want to make a name for myself and just exit the business, right? So those are potential ways of actually doing a financial exit. This is an exit strategy, right? So to clearly define an exit strategy, you need to know exactly who your market is, what your potential buyers are looking for. How can you entice the offer in a very irresistible way that not only adds value to the actual person or company buying your business, but also the fact that there's long-term growth opportunities in that marketplace for your business because of, like, we went through competitive scoring, market intelligence, and all sorts of other things, right? Now, there's many different ways of forming an exit strategy. And we talked about a private equity model, right? Some private equity company looking at your business and saying, look, I'm going to make this person an offer or this company an offer because they meet, one of five criteria or all five criteria on our checks and a checklist. There's another way that a lot of people go through an exit strategy. And that exit strategy can be an IPO, initial public offering. Your company is so good that people look at that and say, "Wow, now it's time to take it to market. Now it's time to offer our shares to the public, so that we can go ahead and grow with the company." For example, like Facebook or Twitter and all these type of companies, right? And of course, we're talking tech companies. It can be any type of regular company that you've done a very good job. There's a huge market for it. We talked about TAN, which is total addressable market. Over $1 billion. And when you go IPO now, you're expanding your reach. The public offering is a very big thing. So that could be an exit strategy for you as well. There's also mergers and acquisitions, right? Like, for example, if you have a competitor that's doing really well, he's financially strong, but at the same time, you're disrupting his marketplace, you're disrupting his actual space. He feels or she feels that, what, this is the time to actually acquire my competitor because they're actually taking away our market share. By acquiring it, not only do we add that value in our portfolio, but we get more of that market. We get, long term, we establish more of that market. We become dominant in that marketplace. So that's an M&A type of situation where they can come in and merge with your company or, take you on and basically acquire it as a whole to add your business to their portfolio so that overall they have a better market advantage or competitive advantage, right? So that's an M&A type of situation. So you have that. You also have a partnership buyout that you can go through. For example, if you have existing partners in your business and they offered it, look, I want to exit you. I want to buy you out. I know that you're looking at other businesses, but at the same time, I want to make sure that it's fair. So they offer you a fair price and then they try to buy you out. That can happen too, or vice versa. Maybe you're looking to buy out a partner that you feel is not match anymore, or maybe it's time to buy out so you can go take your business on a different direction because you have some disagreements, of course, on a professional level, hopefully. And then from that perspective, you're looking to buy your partner out. So that's what we call a partnership buyout. There's also debt restructuring, right? A debt restructuring situation is, for example, is you have a business, you've built so much assets in that business, and then you know for a fact that you want to expand some business division, or maybe you just want to pay yourself out and just let it ride on to another manager, or give them shares over time gradually through offering the company share to your existing employees or friends and family. So there's ways of doing that as well. It's a debt restructuring scenario where you capitalize your business through debt, exit yourself out, and let the business handle that debt over time, pay it off because it's doing so well. So it's not really much of an impact. And then, of course, you gracefully exit out that way too. So there are many, many different opportunities. And I think that one of the biggest key components in exit strategy is really to know what is going to be the best exit strategy? What's the first option for exit strategy? What's the second and third, and so on and so forth. So create an exit strategy plan. Don't just label it out and think out of your top of your head and put it on paper. Actually think it through. Actually think of, okay, well, I'm going to be competitive and position myself to go through a private equity exit, right? And the reason why it's because you can define that and you can say private equity companies are looking for companies like mine who actually have this specific advantage or that particular product or this key advantage on a patent or something that's pretty much proprietary and unreachable by those models, right? So that's something that you want to do. So exit strategy is definitely very important because you want to have that clearly defined. When you're sitting in front of your investors, right? When we're going on roadshows, let's say you retain myself, you and I travel, you're a business owner, I'm going to help you raise that capital. I sit you down with our either family officer or institutional clients or one-time investor who's accredited and he's looking for an opportunity like yours. One of the key takeaways in those discussions and conversations is to know exactly how you're going to exit your business in case of non-continuance or something that you say, well, this is time I want to exit, but your investor still knows in confidence that that's a solid exit strategy, that he'll be protected or she'll be protected for their money and commitment of capital to your business. Okay, so that's important. That was lesson number 6 in capital matchmaking, exit strategy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel in case a new video comes up. I want you to be notified. This is Ali Tarakter, your guide and mentor. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.